Hey guys, I know I haven't done like a chapter review in I don't even know how long, but yeah, um, I I haven't done a chapter review in such a long time. It's crazy, but um, well, you guys know how much I love My Hero, and this is chapter 430. It's the end. This is it, right? The final chapter. Now, obviously, I've been reading it weekly I think since I think during the Lady Nagant fight. But keep in mind that is also me. I was up to date with it weekly, like doing the whole online thing, right? Looking at the scans and it on Viz and stuff like that. But before that, I would buy every single volume as soon as it came out and I would read it, like that. And it's just this series has meant so much to me that I'm just kind of shocked. Well, I'm not shocked that it's over, but it feels weird that it is. But anywho, let's go over the chapter, what I think about it, and if there's anything next. Um, so we find out that it we get an 8 year time skip. Midoriya is now a teacher at UA. Koda, or yeah, I believe Koda, the kid who Midoriya saved in season 3 against Muscular, he's a hero student now. We get caught up on Eri. She's doing music. Ochako is running a super successful hero helping agency almost. I don't really know what else to call it. Aizawa is still he's still a teacher, and well, everything is going pretty well. Society is all the better for it, but unfortunately for Midoriya, he didn't get he did get to live out his dream for a few months, but or for a year and a half maybe, but when the embers went away, he lost his quirk, right? And he's been content with it, and we do find out that while the world really appreciates what he does, at the end of the day, he doesn't have he doesn't have the stay, like for example Shoto and Bakugo, who are currently at each other's throats in the polls for top hero. And it's good to see everyone, and we find out that they are still keeping in contact. It's just they're all super busy with being professional lifesavers and all. But then as Midori is still being himself, he's still being a hero, he's still helping people. Even when he doesn't have embers, he runs into a kid, and this kid doesn't have some fantastic quirk. He doesn't have the next one for all or anything of the sort. He just can throw plates manifested off of his head. And he asks Midoriya, can someone like me with a terrible quirk become a hero? And Midoriya, obviously still being the Midoriya we all know and love, starts mumbling to himself about unique ways the guy can, help himself and utilize it to his fullest ability. But then, as we get a little shot of like every single character from, I believe, class 1A and 1B, and they're obviously not there in person, but we see like their silhouette, and Midoriya is basically pulling him towards being like, yes, you can. And I just, it is a nice moment. Also, he did recognize Midoriya, which is kind of nice, so it does give us confirmation that while he's not the most famous guy in the world, he still saved the world. Like, there is no getting screwed over, thankfully, except for Motoba, because for some reason he has a statue, but I also just chalked that up to um, Monoba being Monoma, right? And, you know, we're setting, it's the final page, and then we get to see Midoriya standing in front of UA ready to help the next generation, right? And then who shows up? Who shows up but All Might? He literally smashes the fourth wall and he goes, "Yeah, no, extra bonus page because I feel like it." And we find out that all of 1A has been very supportive of Midoriya and trying their hardest to, like, be nice with him and help him out with his dream. So we find out that the states, and also this is gonna be a side tangent, the states, most likely meaning Melissa Shield from the second movie, who helped Midoriya with his gauntlets twice now, um, and All Might's suit. We find out that her and a couple of her other companions were in the states helping Midoriya, or building a suit, and to be fair, it's an incredibly expensive suit, but it's very similar to the armored All Might suit that allowed him to go 1v1 all for one for at least a substantial amount of time. And he explains how most likely the suit is even better now than it was prior, which is crazy to me, and he brings up how, like, support items are getting even better and all that. And then we find out that all of 1A helped pay for it because Midoriya is like, I don't have the money for this. This is super expensive. And even All Might is retired. You can only have so much money. Like, he's still All Might, but still, like, oh, this was an Iron Man suit. And we find out that all of Class 1A, who are all doing successful hero business, all of them, all of them pitched in, including Katsuki Bakugo. Katsuki Bakugo actually contributed the most amount of money to this, which, listen, everyone on the internet has already been memeing about. Like, Momo literally can print her own money, and somehow Bakugo out-earned her and out-donated to this suit. You know what? This Bakugo's apology was not that was not his true apology back in, like, season 6, okay? When he apologized, that wasn't the true apology. This is the true apology. This is the true dude. He literally made so much money and gave so much so Izuku can finally actually live out his dream. Because before, he was acting as an extreme. He was acting as, like, the only reason he was out on the field is literally because the world was screwed over. Now, he not only gets to enjoy the luxury of him making the world a better place, but now he also gets to be a hero in that world. He finally gets the happy ending that he deserved and that he worked for. And you know what? He may not have been. Right now, he's not number one in the polls. We know that for a fact. It's between Todoroki and Bakugo. But guess what? I fully believe in him. And I'm so excited to see if anything ever happens next. Because you know what? This was a good ending. It's satisfied. It's satisfying. It's emotional. It makes you feel good. And you know what? People can joke about Midoriya, not having powers anymore or whatever. But listen, he don't need no powers because he's Iron Man. But yeah, um, it's great. Also, I'm just gonna be frank. This does allow the studios to keep My Hero going. You may be wondering why I say that, but since Midoriya has his suit, the movies can take place during, or it can now the movies can take place after the ending, right? Because Midoriya is still an active hero right now. To be fair, it would have to take. You could argue it would. You could have a few during the 8-year time skip. Obviously, having Midoriya with the Embers of One for All deal with, All for One's backup plan or secret ally, or anything of the sort. But it's definitely, it not only works as like an ending to the series, which I'm super happy about, but the movies we've got confirmation that they want to make as many movies as they can. And also, let's be frank, series are shonen popular shonen series are not allowed to die. Like, let's be frank, guys. Dragon Ball has been around since the 80s. You know, like Naruto ended, and you know what happened? They gave us Boruto. And if I have to choose between seeing Midoriya as a pro hero with an Iron Man suit or Boruto, you know what? I'm probably gonna choose the suit. And obviously, I'm trying not to get too crazy with things or get too mean spirited, right? Because it is the final ending. But yeah, it was overall great, and I've loved my journey with my hero. I Also, Horikoshi put down the date of when the volume is going to be released, and I've already marked it on my calendar. I own like every volume right now in English, so I'm not gonna stop now. But yeah, I I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, it's finally over, and I know I was talking about the future of it, right? But at the end of the day, this is where the story of Midoriya ends, right? And it really did a good job. This is also like the first series I'd say that I got super into for anime, and uh, kept reading all the way from start to finish, right? And I'm just happy with it. I've grown up with this series, um, and it's good. It really is worth your time. I know, it gets such a bad rap with its fandom, and it's people call it mid all the time, and there's like 10 videos out there of like, oh, Midoriya is the worst protagonist in the world because he's not evil, or doesn't his edgy phase is only him being slightly edgy instead of murder, or anything of the sort, right? And it's not perfect, not by a long shot, but it's damn good. And I'm just glad I got to experience this show. And you know what? If oh, I hope all of you did too, because it's been 10 years. It's been a journey, right? I I'm just I'm just glad I got to experience it. I'm glad it ended on a good note, because I really do think this chapter hits all the right points. I know I didn't summarize like the full spot, but everything about it was on point. Artwork, storytelling, characters overlap and develop, you know, and just seeing where they are now does fill me with a lot of joy. So, I can't help but give it, well, I am going to give it a 9 out of 10. And, you know, I hope y'all enjoyed your day. And if this is your first time like hearing about a My Hero chapter, just because I know I haven't really talked about it on this channel a lot, I would 100% suggest reading the full series. You won't regret it. Um, but anywho, yeah. This is Rox signing out. All you folks have a fantastic day.